So here we have the MG Astor. This is a beautiful looking car, and to explain की याचे exterior features बद्दल थोडीशी जास्त माहिती देण्यासाठी आपल्या बरोबर आहेत बीयू भंडारीमधनं कुशल एकबोटे.
Hi.
So Kushal ji, what can you tell us about the exterior of the MG Astor?
या शुअर. तो आपण आता सुरुवातीला आधी आपण ग्रिलकडे लक्ष देऊ.
Yes.
तुम्ही ही ग्रिल बघा. It basically gives an idea of a celestial body radiating rays. So this MG logo stands as the celestial center of the celestial body.
Right.
And you can see these rays coming out. So really looks very beautiful.
खूपच striking feature आहे
striking.
भंडारीचा. Unique वाटतं एकदम.
New headlamp design. This is called Hawkeye headlamps.
Okay.
Yeah. So single barrel bifocal, but it has 9 crystal LED elements, as you can see.
Wow. Okay.
And this is also kind of smoked. You can see.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So looks very beautiful.
Yep.
Have a look at the special alloys, especially for this variant of Astor, which is basically inspired from turbine. This is a turbine inspired alloys.
Okay.
Yeah. Looks very striking.
It does.
Yeah. This particular emblem of K-Brit gives you the idea of British engineering. The legacy of British engineering, which basically assures the user of the strength of the vehicle, the build quality, and the excellent performance in all driving conditions.
Right.
Yeah. We'll go to the back now.
गाडीची dimensions are pretty big. Okay.
Yeah. This is a mid-size. The overall length is 4323 mm.
Oh.
And yeah, it is
So although it's priced as a
super
sub 4 meter,
yeah.
but it's more than 4
it is
meter.
super 4 meter, not sub 4 meter, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Have a look at the back. We have LED tail lamps.
Yep.
Yeah, and
इथेही
it
ते
also
असे
has segmented.
थोडेसे-
हाँ, ह्याला सुद्धा segmented elements आहेत आतमध्ये. You can see here.
Right.
Yeah. And even
Everything has it's like a theme.
it's a theme. It's a theme. Of course, it's a theme. It basically gives you the idea that this car is for Generation Z. This is a Generation Z car.
Right.
So, the target prospect for this entire concept is the Generation Z.
Okay.
Yeah. So it should look like that.
Correct.
It basically walks the talk.
It does. And
Yeah.
it does look like a very modern car.
Yeah. So overall, if we talk about the safety, the B pillar is hot stamped, as I said, and it provides.
stamp म्हणजे काय फरक?
It is a manufacturing process which basically ensures that the strength of the B pillar is, compared to the other, or maybe I'll not compare it with other panels, but it is much more stronger. So in case of a side impact, the occupant gets maximum safety.
So म्हणजे सिंगल पॅनल आहे पूर्ण big one.
No, single. It is a single unit, as you can say. It is layered, of course, but the process which is called hot stamping, which ensures that the B pillar remains intact even in any case of harsh impact, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Fantastic.
Yeah. Even the ground clearance is quite impressive. You can see.
Quite good.
Yeah. And the
आणि ही
wheelbase.
accessorize वाटते मला. हे काय असेल?
Oh, he थोडीशी accessorized आहे. As you can see, the scoops, fender scoop आहे इकडे.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and gives you very,
तोही असं सिंपल नाही आहे. So there is this.
Yeah, there is this black garnish and also the chrome insert over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So म्हणजे जसं तुम्ही म्हटलात तसं की जेन झीला त्यांची गाडी पर्सनलाइज करायला
correct, of
लागते,
course.
आवडते. So that is also something that is seen.
Yeah.
आणि there is this massive.
Yeah, there is this massive
sunroof
sky roof.
Oh, sky roof.
It's called sky roof, of course. Yeah.
This is huge.
Basically, 90% of the roof is covered with this panoramic sunroof. Sky roof.
Sky roof.
So,
खूपच मोठा आहे.
it's huge.
आणि इट्स अ ब्युटिफुल कार. सो दिस इज दी MG Astor. आणि आता आपण एक्सटिरियर बघितलेत. लेट्स गो टू दी इंटिरियर्स ऑफ द कार. ऑलराइट, बिफोर गोइंग टू द इंटिरियर्स, लेट्स हैव अ लुक एट द बूट स्पेस.
Of course.
Okay, this is quite deep.
It's quite deep and it's ample amount of boot space.
Oh yeah, and the loading lip is also quite low.
Family, of course. Yeah.
आणि निवांत तुम्ही आतमध्ये गोष्टी टाकू शकतात विदाउट डॅमेजिंग एनी ऑफ द व्हेकल्स. अँड आय थिंक स्पेअर व्हील पण खालीच आहे.
Oh, spare wheel to carry.
Okay, fantastic. Right. So, a good boot space with the MG Astor. Let's move on to the interiors. So, here होतात exteriors, and now let's look at the interiors of the MG Astor. As you can see, it's a beautiful finish. So, let's ask Kushal ji. Kushal ji, काय सांगाल या interiors बद्दल?
तुम्ही बघू शकता डॅशबोर्ड किती स्ट्रायकिंग आणि किती अपीलिंग आहे.
कलर फारच सुंदर आहे.
Yeah. This is basically is a dual tone interior. It is called Sangria Red and black interiors. Basically, you have, look at the dashboard. You'll have this, soft touch material. It is layered also. You can see the silver insert over here, and this is leatherette.
Oh, wow, actually feel फारच beautiful आहे म्हणजे.
Even the center console gets a garnish of it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So it's really striking and it's really beautiful.
I agree.
And look at the OptiFlow vents over here. So you can basically you can turn it, whatever direction you want.
That looks very premium.
It looks very premium, yeah. Of course. It also got this silver bezel around it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So even the vents, even the center vents are also having those.
Vents तर छानच आहेत पण हे काय?
Oh, that is the crown jewel of the vehicle. It is called personal AI assistant.
Okay.
Yeah, the MG Astor.
MG Astorचा personal AI assistant.
Yeah. It is your personal AI assistant since you are sitting on the driver's seat.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. So.
Wow,
Yeah,
beautiful. Okay, so this is something which is super unique to
This is
only the
super
Astor.
unique. This is first in industry, you can say, and this is. I have no words to describe the work. Basically, when we go to a drive and when we experience it, that would be the best time that I'll be explaining all those features
Definitely.
of what it can do. The power of AI
Definitely.
that we're going to see.
All right. आणि असंच बघता बघता
Oh my
this
God. Yeah, that
तुमचं
is-
स्काय रूफ
Yeah.
दिस इज ऑनेस्टली प्रिटी बिग आणि हे आय थिंक मागेपर्यंत गेलं नाही आपण जस्ट अर्ध लाईट पुरतं उघडलंय.
Correct.
दिस इज एनॉर्मस.
This is
म्हणजे
enormous.
आणि खरंच म्हणजे आय कांट रिअली से अ लॉट. दिस हॅज टू बी एक्सपिरियन्स डेफिनेटली. आणि मागचे सीट पण आपण ट्राय करायचे.
Of course.
Yes, let's go. Alright. So मी 6'3" आहे आणि ड्रायव्हिंग पोझिशन वॉज सेट टू माय साईज आणि ॲज यू कॅन सी माझे नीज थोडेसे टच होत आहेत. सो फॉर अन ॲव्हरेज इंडियन हू इज 5'8", 5'10", even 6 foot for that matter of fact, this is going to be super comfortable. If you are having a tall family, probably तुम्ही थोडेसे असे टाईट बसाल पण
Make yourself more comfortable over here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This huge headrest with cup
ओके
holders.
कप होल्डर्स एज वेल. आणि त्याला बरोबर ते राहतील जागेमध्ये असं केलेलं आहे. अँड दिस इज इंटेंडेड टू बी अ 3-seater because you can see it has got 3 heads.
3 heads and 3
That is something
seat belts also. The center passenger also gets a seat belt.
That's true.
Yeah.
तुम्ही बसता का म्हणजे आपल्याला
Yeah,
अजून
of course,
चांगला
of course.
अंदाज
I'll
येईल.
just enter the car.
Alright, so you can see
Yeah, for me
चांगलीच
it's
जागा आहे.
for me it's quite comfortable.
आणि पुढची सीट पण आपण बऱ्यापैकी मागे घेतलेली आहे. सो दिस इज प्रिटी मच कम्फर्टेबल अँड यू हॅव द स्काय रूफ हिअर विच गोज ऑल द वे बॅक. सो दिस इज आय थिंक अ व्हेरी गुड स्पेस्ड व्हेकल. आतमध्ये जागा पण चांगली आहे अँड हॅव टू से दिस इज वन ऑफ द नाईसेस्ट इंटिरियर क्वालिटी मटेरियल फिनिश तुम्ही जो बघितला तो म्हणजे इन दिस कॅटेगरी सोडा 20 लाखापर्यंत कुठल्याही गाडीमध्ये वन ऑफ द नाईसेस्ट इंटिरियर्स टू हॅव इन SUV.
Yeah, of course. Basically, you can talk about your wildest imaginations when you talk about the interiors.
Oh,
Yeah.
true. And the highlight, I think, as you said, the AI assist तर आहेच आहे, पण हा interior color itself, this is super unique.
This is
so
super
this
unique.
makes it really good.
Yeah.
So I think, as you rightly said, let's experience the vehicle. आपण drive करू आणि मग पुढचं बोलू. All right.
Let's go.
ओके, सो आपण एक्सटिरियर आणि इंटिरियर कुशाची गाडीचे बघितलेले आहेत.
Correct.
ऑफकोर्स आय वॉन्ट टॉक मोर अबाउट ॲस्टर. ही गाडी काय आहे, त्याचे व्हेरियंट्स काय आहेत. सो कॅन वी स्टार्ट विथ द गुड पार्ट विच इज द इंजिन.
Yeah. So basically, you have 2 engine options in Astor.
ओके
One is the 1.5 liter VTI Tech, which is naturally aspirated,
ओके
and the one you are driving currently is the 1.3 liter 220 turbo.
220 turbo. Okay.
So let me just take you through the technical specifications of. Yeah. So the 1.5 liter VTI Tech comes with a transmission, 5-speed manual transmission and a CVT.
Okay.
Yeah, and the maximum power delivered by this engine is 110 PS, and the torque is 144 Newton meters.
Okay.
Yeah, and the one we are riding right now basically is the 220 turbo, which is having a maximum power of 140 PS, and the torque is 220 Nm. And this comes coupled with a 6-speed 80.
6-speed 80.
Yeah.
Right. Correct. म्हणजे हा DSG गिअर बॉक्स आहे का?
This is a planetary gear set with torque converter.
ओके. ऑल राईट.
Yeah.
दिस डज फील क्वाईट एफिशियंट. म्हणजे
It is
आपण
quite
आता ऑलमोस्ट एक 50 किलोमीटर गाडी चालवली आहे.
Of course.
अँड द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ दिस इंजिन विथ दिस गिअर बॉक्स आय वुड से दॅट एन्थुझियास्टिक ड्रायव्हिंग साठी पेक्षा जास्त दिस इज अ व्हेरी लेड बॅक, व्हेरी एफिशियंट आणि
Yeah.
you get the power when you need it, पण अशी ती एकदम क्विक काय म्हणतो की एकदम एन्थुसियास्टिक गाडी
Sprinting,
आहे.
yeah, it is not. Yeah, basically it is not meant for sprinting.
Right.
But yes, it gives good amount of power and it basically does the job. So
It's
yeah.
very relaxed.
It's very
It does the
relaxed.
job म्हणण्यापेक्षा if you're cruising in this
Correct.
the entire day,
Correct.
तुम्ही काही थकलेला नसणार आहात. There's no stress on you at all.
Yeah.
So with that regards, this is actually a very comfortable engine.
Of course.
And the gearbox is also pretty well suited. There is a sports mode जे
yeah.
आपण ट्राय नाही केलेलं
It
पण
is-
probably नंतर
it is
करू
always there,
शकतो.
it is always there, yeah.
But the 140 bhp is pretty well felt. मग व्हेरियंट्सच्या बाबतीमध्ये काय म्हणू शकतो?
Yeah, basically 4 variants येतात त्याच्यामध्ये, स्टाईल, सुपर, स्मार्ट आणि शार्प, and there is a smart optional, sharp optional, which takes care of the ADAS level 2. So
Okay.
yeah, so you have 2 options in sharp variant, which is without ADAS and with ADAS. So ADAS
Okay.
level 2, yeah.
So आपण शार्प विथ एडॅस मध्ये आहोत.
Correct.
एडॅस बद्दल आपण थोड्या वेळातच बोलणार आहोत बिकॉज दॅट इज अ फॅन्टॅस्टिक फीचर आणि वी नीड अ पॅच जिथे आपल्याला त्या लाईन्स आहेत त्या चांगल्या ड्रॉन आउट आहेत.
Correct.
बिकॉज पार्ट्स मध्ये आय एम इवन राईट नाव आय एम एक्सपिरियन्सिंग द एडॅस अँड इट इज ब्रिलियंट. इट इज समथिंग
Yeah.
व्हेरी न्यू
Yeah.
आणि वाटतं फार एलिएनेटिंग पण इट्स व्हेरी नॅचरल टू गेट यूज टू दिस.
Exactly.
जास्त वेळ नाही लागत. ऑलराईट, सो वी टॉक्ड अबाउट द इंजिन. आपल्याकडे ट्रान्समिशनचे ऑप्शन्स पण आपण बोललेलो आहोत. व्हॉट कॅन वी टॉक अबाउट द बिल्ड क्वालिटी और द सेफ्टी फीचर्स फॉर द ॲस्टर?
Yeah, so standard safety features, you have around 49 features wherein I can talk about. It's like a long list of safety features, but again, coming to the basics like ABS, ESP, EBD, brake assist, traction control, vehicle stability management, 4 disc brakes, that is a 4-channel ABS of course.
And this is standard across?
Yeah, this is standard across all
Okay,
variants.
wow.
Yeah, and
So एक सेफ्टीचा खूपच चांगला स्टँडर्ड
yeah, and the sharp variant comes with basically 6 airbags,
ओके
dual front and dual side, as well as the curtain airbags.
ओके
Yeah.
वाव, ऑलराईट.
And,
अँड बाकीचे आहेत ना 2 एअरबॅग स्टँडर्ड असतील.
As you go down to the as you go down the variant level, then you have 4 airbags and then you have 2 airbags. 2
Right.
airbags are standard, like dual airbags are standard in all MG variants.
But I think म्हणजे from a safety point of view, giving ABS, EBD and airbags as standard across the variant range, त्याच्यामुळे तुमची एक बेसिक सेफ्टी लेवल डेफिनेटली एक
Of course, of
केअर ऑफ
course.
आहे.
Yeah.
आणि त्याच्या व्यतिरिक्त इफ यू आर वॉन्टिंग समथिंग ॲडिशनल यू कॅन ऑलवेज गो अप द वेरियंट लिस्ट अँड यू कॅन गेट अ फ्यू मोर फीचर्स अलॉंग विथ द सेफ्टी एज
Yeah.
दॅट्स गुड. बॉडी आणि चॅसेस, द बिल्ड क्वालिटी.
Build quality basically, as we discussed during the exterior demo, especially the K-Brit dynamic logo, the emblem itself speaks about the build quality, and as you can see, you can also experience the body roll and the pitching motion of the car.
Yeah.
So it negotiates with the fat patches very well.
Yes.
And definitely the front is like it is McPherson strut, and the rear suspension is torsion beam type.
Okay.
So handles all kinds of terrain very easily, and build quality is astounding because of the, as I said, there is a hot stamping on the B pillar, and the
Yeah.
entire panel quality and the MPIs. Basically we calculate the metal strength in megapascals per square inch.
Okay.
So I don't know the exact value, but it is quite good, as I've
Okay.
understood from my experience and my trainings also.
Okay.
And yes, even customer feedback is also quite good about it.
Fantastic. हे जे सगळे बीप्स आणि हेच येतात, बाय द वे दिस इज द
These are ADAS working, and
as I said, it's very natural.
Yeah.
Probably this is a good patch to experience
course.
it, so we can look at it. But apart from this, I just wanted to put a point on the fact that with the AI assist or with the काय म्हणतो आपण, naturally there is a chip inside this vehicle.
Yeah.
आपण मगाशी पण बघितलं the vehicle was getting updated as well.
Correct.
So what is this all about? आपण ZSEV मध्ये बोललो होतो last time when we had talked about this. Is it something similar?
It is way beyond than that.
Okay.
Let me introduce you to the personal AI assistant. Maybe the camera can go there, or maybe
We can show it later then.
later on. Okay, not a problem. So the personal AI assistant is the crown jewel of this car. As we said, this car is all about a lot of possibilities. It is basically called as a car as a platform. So apart from that, apart from AI, there is something called car as a platform. We'll discuss about it later on. So personal AI assistant is like you have a talking robo in front of you. The robo responds to your actions, to your voice commands. It can also turn its head based on the direction of the voice from where it is coming.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of things it can do. It can give you in-car alerts like tire pressure monitoring system alerts and other system alerts also. It can crack jokes also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that is crazy.
So एक companion आहे तुमच्यावर.
Yeah, there is a companion, wingman. You can call it as a wingman,
Right,
of course.
right. आणि आपण बघितलं a lot of times the AI assist is actually telling us that there is a curve ahead or say for
Yeah.
example.
So terrain alerts are also there. Of course, the terrain alerts are also provided by the personal AI assistant.
Okay.
A lot of things. I mean, you can count them on fingers. There are a lot of things which we can do. So basically, right, as I said, from cracking jokes and giving you critical alerts about the car's health while you're driving, and it also gives you alerts about the terrain, say the left and right curves, and even it gives alerts about say speed breakers.
Oh.
Yeah, and the navigation is another part. So turn by turn navigation is also there.
Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of things are there. And
Definitely.
when I talk about car as a platform, so we have lot of digitalization has happened in this car, especially when it comes to the technology. So we have Geo 7 app for music,
Right.
that is on-demand music.
हे आपण ZSEB मध्ये बघितलं.
And त्याच्यानंतर आपल्याकडे पार्क प्लस म्हणून एक ॲप्लिकेशन आहे. बेसिकली यू कॅन रिझर्व अ पार्किंग स्पॉट. आता आपण मॅप्रोला चाललोच आहेत, तर वी कॅन बेसिकली रिझर्व अ पार्किंग स्पॉट बेस्ड ऑन दी अवेलेबिलिटी. So you can reserve, you can pay for it and you can reserve a parking spot for yourself before you arrive there. Yeah, it is called Park Plus.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That is something.
Yeah, that is
extremely
extremely
new.
new. Yeah. Then you have for navigation, you have Map My India, which is having 4D maps.
Right.
So when I talk about 4D, the dimensions, I'll count the dimensions for you: length, width, elevation, or maybe longitude, latitude, elevation, and the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So normally we get a 2D map, wherein you talk about longitude, latitude, and
So
the
typical
elevation.
Google Maps.
Yeah, but the full dimension here is the time also. Basically, it is very intelligent. It can predict a lot of things, and it can also give you an ETA,
Okay.
estimate time, which is new. And yeah, there are a lot of things.
पण
One more
ETA हा प्रकार Google Maps मध्ये असतो.
Astor, but this one is like much more, what we can say, accurate.
Okay.
Compared to what Google does
Okay.
because of the fourth dimension which has been involved in that.
Okay.
And that I've experienced for myself. And another good thing about this car is that when I talk about the car as a platform part, there is this application called, there is this technology called blockchain technology, which is used in Coin Earth.
Correct.
So Coin Earth is application basically it ensures that you drive safely, you drive properly, which basically gives you awards and rewards in terms of lower premium price for your next insurance renewal.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it can also enhance your resale value.
Wow, that's
So the
amazing.
way you drive your car, basically this technology is called digital passport.
Okay.
And it is based on blockchain technology.
Right.
So you must be knowing what is blockchain.
Yeah.
The new type of
Yes.
encryption.
Correct.
Yeah. So yes. So
That
it
is
was
really great.
Yeah,
I mean, MG is going way beyond
Way beyond,
what
way beyond
we are
what-
prepared for also.
no,
But
we are, I mean, this is a culture shock that we are getting right now.
खरंच म्हणजे ऑनेस्टली इट मेक्स सेन्स, कारण तुमच्या ड्रायव्हिंग हॅबिट्स प्रमाणे ऑनेस्टली इफ यू आर अ सेफ ड्रायव्हर, इफ यू आर समवन who uses the ADAS very properly and it does not have to give you a lot of काय म्हणतो bumps and nudges की गाडी जरा लेन मध्ये चालवा किंवा स्पीड मेंटेन करा, which it does. We talked about before also that this is a gamification of good driving. If you are a good driver, you will get benefited by
Benefits,
that,
yeah.
and the vehicle will do that for you. And this
Quite
just
a-
changes
yeah.
quite a lot of the things. Wow.
I mean, blockchain into automotive, for any other kind of data encryption, it is okay. But then this entire new concept of digital passport is out of this world for mid-size SUVs. If you talk about,
True.
yeah,
Oh, that's amazing. And आपण suspension बद्दल बोललो, but I
Yeah.
would like to point it out. It's quite a stiff suspension.
Yeah.
But even if you go through bumps, काहीही तुमच्या पाठीवरती येत नाही.
Exactly.
So, but if you're looking at cornering or if you're looking at stability while cornering, because of the stiff suspension, बऱ्यापैकी स्टेबल राहते गाडी आणि तुम्हाला तो फील होत नाही. आणि खड्ड्यांमधनं पण बऱ्यापैकी चांगले. So we are 3 people in the car right now.
Yeah.
Pretty decently managing all the bumps.
it does, yeah.
आणि आता घाटामध्ये आपण आलेलोच आहोत ना पट्टीमध्ये. सो आय थिंक वील गेट टू नो लॉट ऑफ द कार्स डायनॅमिक्स The steering wheel also feels pretty light.
Of course, and it comes with modes, especially. So now you are driving on highways. So you have this. You basically have 3 modes in this.
Right.
So there is a normal mode, there is a dynamic mode, and there is a urban mode also.
Okay.
So urban mode, as you know, there are tight turns and corners in cities. So it negotiates with those tight turns and corners very easily.
Right.
And dynamic is like you basically it is more useful on this particular patch.
Right.
And the normal will take care of both the worlds.
त्याला एक चांगलं वेट येते.
Yeah,
Honestly, you feel with the Korean vehicles that even if you're on the highway, a slight nudge on the steering wheel आणि गाडी actually lane म्हणजे थोडंसं तुम्हाला जाणवतं. But on the ZSEB and this Astor as well, you are able to feel that the steering weighs up. आणि त्याच्यामुळे you get a good confidence of driving on even घाटामध्ये किंवा highways वरती.
Correct.
So that's actually a pretty nice feature and a welcome thing. At least एक enthusiastला तरी जरा छान वाटतं. नाही तर that electronic lightweight steering used to be pretty irritating, honestly.
Exactly, and it actually overreacts.
It does.
It shouldn't be acting that way, and it is not safe also.
That's true.
At times, So this is like whatever you have commented on the steering's response is quite correct, and it should be like that.
Correct. That's true. And of course, म्हणजे सांगणे एक गोष्ट झाली, but to experience is something different. So as the channel name goes, drive it to believe it. Always go to the showroom, drive the car yourself, believe it yourself.
That is a must.
And then you can make judgments of whether this car is the right one for you or not. On that regards, एक प्राइस वरती साधारणपणे आपल्याला अंदाज.
You'll be surprised. It starts from 998 ex showroom and it ends up at 1772.
Okay, so by 10 ते 18 साधारण.
10 ते 18, of course.
Okay,
and
but
Astor will be having Astor ex showroom will be having the ADAS level 2.
But tell me one thing, 9 is Sonnet category, not Seltos category.
Yeah, the sub 4 meter.
Sub 4 meter category मध्ये.
That's the reason I said you'll be surprised about the pricing.
Okay. But honestly, you get a bigger car. The interiors are fantastic. And some of the features that you are getting are unparalleled.
This car is 4.3. I mean, you can imagine for a size like this, you end up paying very less.
That's true. And the features also, even blind spot detection. Every now and then, the orange light, the mirror varti yeto, and it is so helpful. Honestly, you get used to it, and एक subconscious मध्ये.
So not just blind spot detection, it also assists you while changing the lane.
Oh yes.
And it also takes care of the rear cross traffic also. So there is something. So I will explain about that, especially when you have parked in a perpendicular patch.
Okay.
And you are pulling out the car from that parking.
Right.
It basically alerts you. So we'll talk about it in a more detailed fashion when we'll come into the ADAS.
About the ADAS, right? So म्हणजे तुम्ही honestly एक 15 लाखाचं जरी बजेट ठेवलं, तरी you are going to get, I think, the naturally aspirated version of it. You can get a manual or a CVT option in it.
Correct.
And you will get quite a lot of features which are beyond safety. These are features which we would consider to be luxurious.
Of course.
And way high tech than what we have experienced till now. MG चा तो barrier breaking चालूच आहे की AI inside the car will be something which is a part of your lifestyle, not just as an object but also adding value to it.
And it basically presents limitless possibilities for the user also.
True.
And MG as a company, MG as a brand has always made it a point to do something different.
Correct.
In all aspects.
Correct.
So it is not only traveling from point A to point B.
True.
So there a lot of things come in between of that.
True.
And MG has done a very good job of taking care of all those things.
That's true. It's fantastic. आणि आता आपण खंबाटकीच्या घाटाच्या ट्रॅफिक मध्ये आहे. So I think we'll skip this part and we will meet you directly to talk about the ADAS in this vehicle.
Level 2.
आणि level 2 चा आपण एक्सपिरियन्स घेऊन दाखवू एक्झॅक्टली काय होतं.
You can't hold up you can't resist with that kind of enthusiasm. Why? Because excitement, of course. Why? Because it's a camera radar fusion. So we'll talk about it later on.
Definitely. So see you soon. Alright, so back again. आता आपण बोलणार आहोत या गाडीच्या सर्वात युनिक फीचर बद्दल, which is ADAS. Level 2 ADAS. पण त्याच्या आधी ADAS म्हणजे काय हे आधी समजून घ्या.
ADAS is basically advanced driver assist systems आपण असं त्याला म्हणतो.
Okay.
So these are levels of autonomous systems inside the car. Basically म्हणजे level 0 पासून स्टार्ट करायचं तसं म्हणलं तर आपण level 0 म्हणजे there is no autonomy inside the vehicle. Everything has to be done by the driver only.
Okay.
ठीक आहे. Then basically त्याच्यामध्ये cruise control असतं, but that cruise control only takes care of your speed control. ज्यावेळेस तुम्हाला ब्रेक दाबायचं तर त्यावेळेस ब्रेक तुम्हाला मॅन्युअली दाबावा. Level 1, which is Gloucester, that you know, the selfless car, of course. And so it basically comes into level 1 because it has adaptive cruise control. This मी आधी अगोदर क्रूज कंट्रोल बद्दल बोललो होतो, आता मी म्हणतोय अडॅप्टिव्ह क्रूज कंट्रोल.
राईट.
सो इट कॅन अडॅप्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू दी स्पीड ऑफ द व्हेकल इन फ्रंट ऑफ इट.
राईट.
So if the vehicle in front of it reduces the speed,
right,
it will automatically reduce the speed by automatically braking.
Okay.
And once the vehicle moves out of the lane and the lane is free again for you. So example, you have set the speed for 100 and the vehicle had slowed down to say 70. Once the lane is free again, the vehicle will accelerate automatically to 70 to 100.
Right.
So even the braking happens automatically.
Okay.
So the vehicle will maintain that separation, time separation between the. It is basically called time to collision. So we'll go into all those small details.
Okay.
So adaptive cruise control, then त्याच्यामध्ये lane departure warning होतं.
Okay.
ठीक आहे. आता आपण जे बोलणार आहोत त्याच्यामध्ये भरपूर फंक्शन्स अजून त्याच्यापेक्षा पुढचे आहेत.
बरोबर.
So here we are talking about ADAS level 2. So I hope I satisfied you with what ADAS is. So it basically takes care of, it is an assisting system which will take. So मी तुम्हाला level 1, level 2, आता level 2 बद्दल आपण बोलणार आहोत. अजून थोडंसं सांगतो. level 3 पण आहे, level 4 पण आहे, level 5 सुद्धा आहे. So up to level 3 it is assist part त्याच्यामध्ये येतो, assistance वाला part येतो. Level 4 and level 5 is control.
Okay.
So it actually takes control of the situation.
So हे Tesla जे
of course,
Okay.
BMW level 5, Tesla and all those cars are actually into Volvo also.
Volvo also.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
हे आपण बोलतानाच या गोष्टी ऍक्च्युली ना हे सांगून होणार नाहीये, आम्ही दाखवतो. एक सेकंड. हे मी गाडी चालवण्याचा आणि बेसिकली ऑटोमॅटिक असल्यामुळे मला गिअर शिफ्ट करायची काही गरज नाहीये. बट डिड यू सी व्हॉट हॅपन राईट नाव? सो बेसिकली हा ज्या लेन्स आहेत याच्यामध्ये समजा मी हलकासा हात ठेवतो स्टिअरिंग व्हीलवर, आय कम बॅक इन टू द लेन आणि से फॉर एक्झाम्पल सी दिस इज
lane keep assist.
This is lane keep assist. This is what you call ADAS. आता मी लेन चेंज करताना समजा इंडिकेटर दाखवला नाही तर गाडी मला वॉर्निंग बीप देते की लेन तुमची चेंज होते पण तुम्ही इंडिकेटर दाखवला नाही. सो इट थिंक्स हे इंटेन्शनल नाही आहे, ज्याच्यामुळे ते इमिजिएटली सांगतो. आता हेच समजा एका अशा रस्त्यावर मी केलं ज्याच्यामध्ये मार्किंग्स नाही आहेत तर ऑब्व्हियसली दिस ADAS सिस्टम इज नॉट गोना वर्क. सो लेट्स ट्राय इट अगेन. माझा हात आहे वरती आणि वी आर ऑलमोस्ट
वेअरिंग ऑफ. Yes.
Alright.
Yeah, it is coming back. Oh my God. Yeah.
आणि हा मार्किंग संपलं आणि इमिजिएटली द व्हेकल वॉज नॉट एबल टू डू इट. हाऊ इज इट डुईंग दिस? म्हणजे काय ते लाईन कोण वाचतंय?
Yeah. So this basically, earlier in Gloucester we only used camera, and this car comes with a technology called camera radar fusion, and so it is much more precise and much more accurate to gauge the lane markings. And it is so precise that even the lane keep assist system, the reason why lane keep assist system is there in this car because of the radar that we have. So it is called camera radar fusion, which is much more powerful than either only camera or only radar system. So it's a fusion of both the technologies that makes this thing possible. And it is really practical, and as you've seen for yourself, you've experienced it for yourself.
Definitely.
It's completely magical, and it is jaw dropping. So for people who have never experienced this kind of response by a car to take control, this is like semi control the car is taking over.
बरोबर.
Yeah. So this is completely different and new into the not new into the industry but new in this segment. For the very first time this happens in this midsize segment that you get all these features, and only MG can do it.
व्हेरी लक्झरियस कार्स म्हणजे एकदम हाय एंड आपण जे म्हणतो त्या गाड्यांमध्ये ही टेक्नॉलॉजी युजली बघायला मिळेल. आणि टू गेट दिस फीचर इन समथिंग विच इज प्राइस्ड से मॅक्सिमम 22 लाखापर्यंत तुमची टॉप एंड अक्षरशः म्हणजे विथ ऑल द बेल्स अँड विसल्स वाली गाडी जाते. It is something which is absolutely brilliant. There's one more thing also where you can see the blind spot detection, where you will see an small orange light coming up to the end of the mirror, which basically warns you. समजा एखादी गाडी तुमच्या ब्लाइंड स्पॉट म्हणजेच आरशामध्ये न दिसणारी एखादे ऑब्जेक्ट असेल तर ती त्याच्याबद्दल तुम्हाला वॉर्निंग देऊ शकते. आय थिंक दॅट इज दीज सेफ्टी फीचर्स आर वॉट makes the MG Astor completely different. We're going to have another go at experiencing this. So मी आता थोडासा स्पीड वाढवतो and I will remove my hands, and here it goes again till it comes back. It is मी काही करत नाही, like literally this is a level of autonomy. पण आणि this is हे ॲक्च्युली पहिल्यांदा जेव्हा एक्सपिरियन्स करतो तेव्हा इट इज व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट टू ओके absolutely this is a big risk and that's it. This is that good. It's absolutely that good. म्हणजे this is an खूप कमालची सेफ्टी फीचर आहे ही, आणि हा ADAS लेवल 2 जे आहे ते फक्त आणि फक्त MG Astor मध्ये मिळणार आहे, which is great. So I mean we've talked about the engine, we've talked about what powertrains it has got, we've talked about its safety features, we've talked about the prices,
transmission and the
transmission, personal. This little guy is also absolutely good. त्याचा डिस्प्ले उत्तम आहे. All of this makes the MG Astor एक खूपच स्ट्रॉंग कंटेंडर इन नॉट ओनली तुम्ही सब 4 मीटर समजा घेत असाल, सॉनेट किंवा सेल्टॉस या गाड्या तुमच्या क्रेटा किंवा व्हेन्यू ज्या आहेत या तुमच्या रेडारमध्ये असतील, तर तुम्ही ॲस्टरचा रेडार बघा, मग तुम्हाला लक्षात येईल की हा तुम्हाला बरोबर गाईड करतो. यू डू नॉट हॅव टू डू मच in case of ड्रायव्हिंग अलर्टनेस. तुमच्यासाठी गाडी तुमच्यासाठी काम करत असते अँड इट कीप्स यू सेफ. बट वाय जस्ट अस, देर वॉज अ चान्स इथं आम्ही MG Astorच्या रॅलीमध्ये आज जाऊ शकलो अँड वी स्पोक टू अ फ्यू कस्टमर्स अँड गॉट टू नो वॉट दे थिंक अबाउट दी MG Astor. सो आपण त्यांचं ऐकू अँड वी एंड दिस शो टुडे. बट बिफोर दॅट, ॲज वी नॉर्मली से, ड्राईव्ह इट टू बिलीव्ह इट. स्वतः गाडी चालवा. MGचे शोरूम्स अगेन इज ॲट वाकड अँड कॅम्प अँड बारामती एज वेल. सो तुम्हाला समजा गाडी चालवायची असेल तर तुम्ही डेफिनेटली जा, एक्सपिरियन्स करा ही टेक्नॉलॉजी and then decide for yourself whether this vehicle is the one for you. Until then, until the next time, we say bye.
Try to believe it.
All right.
मी रोहन पुस्तके, मी बेसिकली चिंचवडचा आहे, चिंचवड पुणेमधून. मी ॲस्टॉर घेतली 3 मार्च 2022ला आणि आत्तापर्यंत 800 किलोमीटर ऑलमोस्ट अप्रॉक्स मी गाडी रनिंग केली आहे.
माझं नाव अमोल कळमकर. गाडी मी 1 मार्च 2022 रोजी म्हणजे महाशिवरात्रीच्या दिवशी घेतली आहे. आज रोजी साधारण 1000 किलोमीटर रनिंग झालेलं आहे.
My name is Kushagra Pithadia. I bought this car on January 7th, 2022. I've driven roughly 5,600 kilometers odd. I've driven across states.
MG इंडियामध्ये नवीन असूनही तुम्ही कसं काय घ्यायचं होतं?
ॲक्च्युली MG इंडियामध्ये जरी नवीन असेल तरी त्याचे जे फीचर्स लोडेड आहेत गाडीमध्ये ते मी आजपर्यंत कुठल्या गाडीमध्ये पाहिलेले नाही आहेत, आणि त्या फीचरसाठी म्हणजे ॲडास आहे, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजन्स आहे, ह्या फीचरसाठी मी ही गाडी चूज केली की एक नवीन काहीतरी, ऑलरेडी गाड्या वापरून झालेल्या आहेत बाकीच्या, पण एक नवीन काहीतरी ट्राय करावं म्हणून मी ही गाडी घेतली. आणि मला आत्ता आनंद होतो आहे की माझी चॉईस परफेक्ट आहे. म्हणजे रादर ही माझ्या मुलीची चॉईस आहे आणि तिची चॉईस परफेक्ट आहे असं म्हणायला हरकत नाही.
मी ॲक्च्युली कॉम्पिटिशनमध्ये मी खूप साऱ्या व्हेकल्स पाहिल्या जे अदर कंपनीच्या आहे, पण मला MG Astorमध्ये खूप म्हणजे चांगल्या गोष्टी बघायला मिळाल्या की ज्या आत्ता त्याच्या कॉम्पिटिटर कंपन्यांच्या कारमध्ये नाही आहे. बेसिकली सेफ्टीसाठी त्यांनी खूप मस्त ॲप्रोच केलेलं आहे. आणि जर मी विचारलं की बाबा का मी ॲस्टॉर घेत किंवा MGकडे अप्रोच होतो, तर मी सांगेन की फर्स्ट थिंग इज सेफ्टी. आणि इंडियामध्ये जर आपण ड्राईव्ह करतो आहे तर सेफ्टी खूप इम्पॉर्टंट आहे, कारण आपल्याकडे ट्रॅफिक खूप जास्त असतं. बेसिकली पुण्यामध्ये तर खूपच जास्त असतं. सो त्या पॉईंट ऑफ व्ह्यूने जर बघायला गेलो तर मी सेफ्टी प्रेफर करेल पहिलं, आणि त्यासाठी मी MGला सिलेक्ट केलं.
I've actually seen MG in other countries. I've driven them in other countries, Thailand, Australia, Singapore. My experience when I saw MG here in India, I really liked it, and that was my first choice. And I really wanted a family car, not a big car that I can drive and take easily across city as well as on highway. So I found MG and especially Astor a fantastic car for me.
MG पुणे बद्दल तुमचा काय एक्सपिरियन्स आहे?
MG पुणे टीम खरंच खूप चांगली आहे, BB भंडारींची. त्यांनी खूप चांगला सपोर्ट केला फ्रॉम डे वन. जसं मी गाडी ॲक्च्युली 3 ते 4 वेळा पहिल्यांदा पाहिली. मी इन्क्वायरीसाठी आलो होतो 3 ते 4 वेळा. सो तिथले एक्झिक्युटिव्स त्यांचं जे एक्सप्लेनेशन, जे काय गाडीबद्दल माहिती सांगतात ते खूप मस्त आहे. आणि त्यांनी हाच अप्रोच कंटिन्यू ठेवला आहे. स्पेसिफिक असं कस्टमर्स असंसाठी नाही आहे, जो कोणी येईल, जो गाडी घेईल नाही घेईल त्यासाठी पण. आणि त्यांची खरंच टीम खूप एफर्टफुल आहे.
It was very nice, excellent. I didn't expect that first, but it's fantastic, and I wish they keep the same. The process from beginning till the end was smooth. Even after sales is fine, no doubt in it. They do call up, follow up for service, any issues after service as well. So they have a very fantastic service and process set up in place.
MG पुणे म्हणजे अगदी सुरुवातीपासून, म्हणजे मी म्हणेन ऑक्टोबरमध्ये जेव्हा लॉन्च झाली गाडी तेव्हाच्या बुकिंगपासून, म्हणजे अगदी प्रत्येक गोष्टीत जो त्यांचा गायडन्स आहे, सपोर्ट आहे, किंवा जी सर्विस आहे, ओव्हरऑल सर्विस म्हणा, सेल्सच्या वेळेसची त्यांची टीम, म्हणजे माझी एक पहिली सर्व्हिसिंग पण झालेली आहे गाडीची, त्याचा एक्सपिरियन्स हा टोटली खूप वेगळा आहे. म्हणजे माझ्याकडे अजून एक गाडी आहे, मी आता नाव घेणार नाही आत्ता, पण अच्छा माझ्याकडे ऑलरेडी क्रेटा आहे. सो जो सर्विस डिफरन्स मी बघतो आहे 2 गाड्यांमधला, तो मी खूप वेगळा अनुभव घेतला या आत्ताच्या सर्व्हिसिंगमध्ये. आणि ओव्हरऑल जे काही आता आपण रॅली घेतली, म्हणजे आजपर्यंत माझे 7-8 गाड्या झालेल्या आहेत, पण आज असं कधीच झालं नाही. दिस इज फर्स्ट टाईम इन माय लाईफ. म्हणजे हे मी पहिल्यांदा बघतो आहे की रॅलीज कॅरी झालेल्या आहेत, आणि हे सगळं खूप वेगळा एक्सपिरियन्स आहे. म्हणजे
वेगळा आनंद होतो.